G'day viewers and welcome to the GameFace Footy Show here at GameFace HQ. This is Studio 1 and we are live bringing you all the action from the SFNL Division 4. Can't wait to rip into this one. Some top stories for you. Hampton Park come from behind to record a win. Ashwood bounce back and Endeavour Hills salute on Anzac Day. And let's start off, boys, because I should introduce the panel, of course. I have Jack Fry over there, the big man. How are you, Jacko?
Good, mate. Good to be here.
And I've got Will Hunter next to me, as always. How you going, Will?
Living the dream, buddy.
Living the absolute dream, mate. And let's go straight into our Body First Health Group injury update, mate, because you've got a few there for us.
Yeah, cool. So I think the big one out of Endeavour Hills is Phil Ward. He's come across to the club from Hallam. Key midfielder. Finished pretty high up, I think, in the Division 3 countdown. Superstar player. Had a bit of an incident at work and he's done a bit of damage to his hand and his finger. So we might be seeing him on the sidelines for maybe 6 or so weeks, which is a massive loss for Endeavour Hills, yeah.
Big loss for them. Obviously, league best and first winner, but they'll be hoping he's back for the back end of the season. So, yeah, he's an important player for them, no doubt.
All right, let's rip into some of the action from the last couple of weeks, I suppose it's been since we've been in this room, guys, because we've obviously had some holiday time and Easter and Anzac Days and all that sort of stuff. Jacko, you've played some football, mate. Hampton Park, 9-14-68, defeat Black Rock, 7-5-47. I'm going to hand to you, mate. Go for your life.
Thanks, bro. Yeah, no, it was a terrific game of footy. Gallant win by us. We were about 5 goals down at half time. They really come out and took it up to us. Black Rock, unfortunately for them, Lockie Dobson went down in the first minute with a shoulder wheel. It's a big loss for them. He told me after the game he's dislocated his shoulder 11 times now, and I'd probably recommend that he get surgery on it.
Yeah.
Tommy Dalton, their captain, he went down injured. So I think they finished the game with one on the bench, which was probably good for us. And it was a bit of a game of two halves. We ended up running away, outscoring them by 50 points to 3 in the second half. Our new recruit, Ryan Pearson, absolute star. He was best on ground by a mile, well led by our captain, Shannon Henwood, in the middle. And Peter Dye kicked 3 goals. So good win for us, but we know Black Rock are going to be hard to beat. We'll meet them again shortly.
Will Hampton Park, obviously touted as being one of the teams that, might be there come grand final time this year. You'd say that that's a pretty good game by Black Rock, and they'd be pretty happy with that effort.
Certainly the way they turned it around after half time, but when you're trailing like they were at half time, I'm sure that Jazzy Hill would be a little bit disappointed with the effort, but would be absolutely delighted by the way that you guys responded. Of course, we spoke of Ryan Pearson, massive inclusion for the Redbacks this year. Ex-star at Oakley District, and
he's a multiple best and first winner at Doveton as well, so along with Shannon Henwood, so those two in the middle. We lost Michael Henry, who was a superstar of the comp, so getting Ryan in, he's a great asset for us, yeah.
Absolutely.
Jacko, what was said at half time by coach, yourself, whoever, to make you come out and play like that?
Yeah, we put it on ourselves. We said, look, it's not a good half, it wasn't a good half, but that's what you get another half to respond, and we really thought that we could turn it around, which we did. Kept them goalless in the second half and ended up winning by 21 points. So, yeah, credit to Black Rock, they played real well. They brought the heat. We fumbled early, dropped a lot of marks, and they played a bit of a possession, keep things off sort of thing.
Yep.
But we were hopeful that we could slow them down in the second half and responded well with a good win.
Good on you, Jacko. Good win, well played. We'll go to the next game now. It was Clayton 10-5-65 defeated by Endeavour Hills 13-12-90. Obviously, Clayton doing some nice things at the moment. To keep up with such a great club like Endeavour Hills, they'd be pretty happy with that result, Wills.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we spoke last week or the week before rather. They broke their drought. First win in 36-38 attempts. So, certainly plenty to celebrate there. And they really continued on with it, 10-5-65. Wouldn't be too many times they hit double figures in goals over the last couple of years. So lean has their period been. But look, they're a great side, Endeavour Hills. And to stick with them for the full 4 quarters, without taking the lead, but the fact that they were able to stick with them for 4 quarters is definitely a fillip for them.
Take nothing away from Endeavour Hills, but you got to say, where's it coming from, Jacko? Because they've turned it around. Just
from within, I believe the leaders, obviously Jane Gilmore, he's played, I think he 8 in his last 2 games. Jesse Anderson's getting his hands on the ball. Morrison, so they've got some good players back. Bit of belief, and obviously that win against Ashwood, spoke about it before, Robo, confidence is an amazing thing, and when you've got it, things can go your way. So they'll no doubt win a lot more games in this season.
And the new coach is obviously working wonders down there.
Yeah, he's
so
doing a great
Jason
job.
Smith, great fella, and looking forward to seeing what the players bring to the table in the weeks to come.
Good news story for the Division 4 is that Clayton are an upcoming club. We don't want anyone down for too long. Obviously, Cerberus, 4-7-31. They were defeated by Ashwood 29-1-29. That's a fair drubbing there for the Navy boys. What did you see there, Jacko? Did you catch much of this action? Did you hear much?
I watched the highlights and it didn't look good for Cerberus, but terrific win by Ashwood. They responded from a slow start and a good percentage boosting win wheel, and they'll be no doubt looking to push for into the top 4 and stay there in weeks to come.
Yeah, absolutely. We saw what they can do last year. They've got some great players running around through their midfield. I mean, Paddy Carroll.
He was back to his best on the weekend.
Oh yeah, absolutely. One of the best players in the comp. No doubt about it, and far too good for Cerberus, unfortunately.
The result like that, you'd expect to see a few Ashwood boys in the team of the week. This is the Division 4 team of the week. You boys have poured over this today. I know you have, and it's hard. It's a hard job because, there's a lot of guys out there running around that could probably slip into there, and they'd be disappointed that they don't because they want to be here. So talk me through it, boys. Back to the interchange.
I'll start at the back line. Robbo, Daniel Kick, Black Rock, he played a great game on Nathan Carver. Jackson Philpin, terrific for Hampton Park, and Kelly Spratt, who was dominant for Black Rock.
Shawnee Walsh, one of your boys from Hampton Park, gets a gig on the flank. Lockie Bat, the playing coach from Black Rock, at centre half back, and Corey Jury, the evergreen Corey Jury.
He played fantastic on the weekend. I was surprised you told me that he played the twos last year. He's got plenty of good footy left in him.
Won the league DNF in the Magoos, but back playing senior footy
and dominated.
Doesn't look like he's lost a step,
No,
has he?
hasn't at all. Centre line, Chris Morrison again holds his spot. Shannon Henwood, he's dominant again for the Redbacks, and Chris Grove kicked 3 from the wing for Ashwood.
I reckon we might just leave Shannon Henwood in there for the middle of the
handy
whole
footballer.
year. He's an absolute star. So, Bunner of the King, Black Rock, new recruit, ex-Hampton player, come across with
Kicked
Lockie
2
Bat.
quality goals in the second quarter, got the Jets going. Yeah, he played well.
I like what he brings to the table, to be honest. Jaden Gilmore, the Clayton skipper at centre half forward, and Michael Decorando from Ashwood had a kitty couple on the weekend and gets a gig on the flank.
Forward line, Tommy Dewey kicked 3 first half goals for Black Rock. Peter Dye, 3, I think that's 15 for the season for him. And Dave Hickey in the forward pocket for Ashwood.
And the rucks, Jesse Henderson holds his spot. Geez, he's a good player, Henderson at Clayton. Pat Carroll, again, we spoke of him before, absolute superstar. And Ryan Pearson, Hampton Park as well. That's a bloody strong ruck line, to be honest.
Very good. And finishing off, Buddy Spawn on the interchange with Ryan Carroll, Jack Coots and Michael Gray.
Absolutely. Jack, I'm going to ask you, mate. You played a lot of football. Have you ever copped a coaching spray in your day?
Oh, I have many from interleague coach Ben Lockwood. You guys know
Lockers!
When I was playing at Chelsea Heights.
Oh,
and
deserve it? Was it
yeah,
deserved?
absolutely. And not just me. He used to give a great spray. And Brad Canavan, who used to coach at Chelsea Heights.
Oh,
Jason
boy.
Chappell, a few of my ex-coaches. If I'm not on the end of them, they're great.
Yeah, they are, aren't
You
they?
try me have a chuckle.
That's what we're all about at GameFace too. We love to hear a good spray. It's something that's come across our desk, and we believe it's our man Rocket Eid. As his name suggests, giving someone a rocket from the coach's box. Let's have a listen to the audio. We'll come back and talk about it.
You bet on the back. Oh, please get comfortable. I won't f***ing piss in your pockets anymore. You're gonna serve that shit up. Stand it over. No pressure. It's f***ing bullshit. Get your f***ing... It's all here. You ain't lose your skill in f***ing one night. It's all f***ing mental. Take your pads off. We're a f***ing good side. We're a good team. We beat South Croydon lost to Rover by 20 goals. They're f***ing no good. You know, if you set up that shit on Friday, you won't be in the f***ing room. I don't care whether it's you or f***ing you. I'll blame blokes who want to have a go and stick to the f***ing team. You don't want to stick right in front.
Sensational video work there, and we love a good spray. How good is it? It's one of the, I mean, like you said, Jago, if it's not you copping one, they're great, they're fantastic. This was someone's sneaky video best work. It was sent to us by our mate Troy Parker. He didn't do it,
No.
but that was fantastic.
Someone at the Baldwin Footy Club. Props to you.
Great work.
Oh yeah, on the slide too.
Keep it
Very
going.
good. But obviously, Rocket was in the news this week with that the release of the audio from the coach's box from 10 years ago. He denied it was him. Turns out it probably was him, but
I can't believe he tried to deny that. It was so obvious it was him.
he was told though.
Just own it.
And Leo and Cameron, yeah, just own it, Rocket. We love it.
Although it did bring back a couple of memories. I've lost count how many times I've heard F and run Will and
Thought he was talking to you.
F and Robbo, would you chase and tackle? That would be great. Stop trying to kick a goal, punch from behind.
Taking hangers.
All of that. Send us your best sprays if you hear them. If you can capture them, send them to us on GameFace. Our Facebook page. Would love to see them and would love to present them to the world.
We love this stuff.
Yeah, it's absolutely
We live
brilliant.
for it.
You know, it's not always just about the screamers. The coaches can have their little bit as well. Upcoming games and tips from you boys. Let's start it off with Ashwood versus Hampton Park.
Yeah, good return to form for Ashwood last week against the Navy boys. Big test for them though this week. I think you guys are probably the yardstick of the competition at the moment. The team to beat, I reckon you guys will probably get the job done. But it'll be interesting to see where Ashwood's at.
I'm confident we can get the job done, but they're a good side. They ran us to within 5 points there last year, so it should be a good contest. Looking forward to it.
Cerberus boys taking on an upcoming Clayton.
This will be an interesting one too. I think Cerberus really need to bounce back on their home deck. Bit of a changing. It'll be a difficult ground, I think, for Clayton to play on. I don't think they've certainly haven't played down there. Big ground, a little bit different to the one that Clayton will be used to playing on. Very short, very, very narrow. Clayton, they've improved as we spoke of. This one could really go either way. I think on form you'd probably say Clayton, but Cerberus could probably surprise on that ground.
Yeah, I'm going to tip Clayton, but it's going to be a close game, and these two sides will be both backing themselves in on the bigger ground. Could test Clayton out, but I'll tip them just.
Still a bit of an unknown quantity, I think Cerberus.
Yeah, you're not too sure what they're going to bring week to week.
A very strong Endeavour Hills are taking on Black Rocket in their home. They're what they call a dung heap. Endeavour Hills, all home grounds are a dung heap, yeah?
Your words, not mine. I'm distancing
No, that's what you
myself.
say. When you're running out into a ground, that's what you say. Boys, this is our dung heap. They can't beat us here. That's just the old saying. All right, go for it.
Just trying to throw you under the bus. It'll be a good test for Black Rock. Endeavour Hills, as you say. They're a very good side. Having a couple of blokes out in Lockie Dobson and
Tommy Dalton, yeah, that's huge. I think if BlackRock had a full list, I would back them to win, but I'm going to tip Endeavour Hills by about 2 to 3 goals in that one.
Well done, boys. That's been the show. Good luck to you, Jacko, this week against Ashwood. Hopefully you boys can come home with a win.
Cheers, mate. Yeah, thank you.
You've been fantastic as always, and he's been fantastic too. Someone would debate that, but then he's been okay. You're playing cricket tonight.
Good luck, Will.
You busy tonight? You want to fill in?
Next week, I'll play next week.
He says that every week. What's wrong with your team? They don't show up. Always trying to find a fill in. No, I can't play, so don't ask me. And he hasn't
Well,
yet.
that's my next question.
That's been the GameFace Footy Show for SFNL Division 3. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back next week to bring you all the action that happens this weekend. Bye.